it's all about that right now, really. It's just going to be all about who can come out on top and, yeah, who's just able to do it the best. So we'll see what we can do, see what these drivers do, and they have made it to race day. But it seems like there's not many people in the lobby right here. So we're going to go in just in case, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be the lobby here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be restarting the lobby one last time. And it's tough effort here. 10 minutes past 8, which is the time that we all have said would be the report time for these drivers. And it seems like a lot of drivers have been struggling with making it to the race on time here. And tough. But yeah, it is what it is. Alright, looks like the last lobby is up and ready for everyone to join. Hopefully everyone joins at this time, so that we do not have to back out anymore here this evening. Alright. Looks like everyone is in it, and we also have, apparently we also have news here. One driver will not be racing. That is Brian Rakowski, and tough luck for him. He would have been, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what his qualifying time was. Let me check that out real quick here. Yeah, Brian would have started last anyway, so not too much of a shaker on how this race will go here today at Michigan, and very excited to see how this one's going to go down here today. Michigan, we're finally getting into it, and we'll go ahead and give you your starting lineup here for the TMG Truck Series at Michigan. And all the trucks lining up here to get ready to roll. And here we go. Here is your starting lineup for tonight's race. Caleb McNeil is on the front row, on the pole, with a 39.316 second lap. And then two and a half tenths of a second back behind him will be Kyle England starting second. We're going to have we have the 38 car of Vincenzo Lacavacci. I've always had trouble with his name, but finally got it out. Vincenzo Lacavacci. I am so sorry for that. Anyways, we have Michael Lee starting fourth, and Greg Serbia is fifth, and Damian Blue will be to his outside in row number 3. Then I have Aiden Caldwell and Josh Williamson, 7th and 8th. We're going to have Ashton LaJoy and Colin Baylor, 9th and 10th. We have Ryan Miniker in his first ever Truck Series start, and Brad Stover, 11th and 12th. And Mark Silas, without posting a qualifying time, will begin this race in 13th. Now, we're ready to get rolling here for a 50-lap race at Michigan. Remember, the beginning of the halfway bonus will be lap number 26. The beginning of lap 26 will be halfway bonus here. And it's time to get racing here in Michigan. And like I said, it's going to be about 17, 18, maybe 19 laps on the fuel window for these drivers right here. And they're coming down out of turn number 4. Going to be a great start to this race here today. Remember, it's going to be that 83 of Caleb McNeil out on the front row of tonight's race. and that is Kyle England to his outside. Here we come out of turn number 4 to start tonight's race here at Michigan. Gatlin Downey Incorporated going to bring this field down to the green flag. Caleb McNeil and the number 83 machine will take it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go racing here in Michigan. Kyle England had a pretty decent start on that outside lane, but not as good as Caleb McNeil down on the inside lane. They already started to, they about fanned it out 3 wide. They're heading into turn 1, and there they go. Way up the racetrack goes that 8 of Kyle England. Not a very good restart for that number 8 machine. And here comes the 38 now. Gets to give that pretty darn good shot now to the back end of the 83. Caleb McNeil. Whoa, that's a lot. That's one truck way down to the inside of the racetrack. A lot of movement there out of turn number 2. But it's still McNeil out front right now. And there's the 8 of Kyle England falling back still. That's going to be about 7 spots lost right there. And Vincenzo is now right behind that number 83, pushing all the way down to the start-finish line. Lap number 1 led by Caleb McNeil. And that is a long train of cars right behind the top 3 right there. Top 3 broken away. But it's a big old pack. We got one truck stuck down on the bottom of the racetrack. That's the number 2 of Greg Servia from Holder Green Racing. That truck got loose. Oh, we got a huge crash out of turn number 2. And that's one truck flipping up and over down the back straightaway. And, wow, got reset back on the ground. But that's number 4 back there. That's Ryan Mineker in his first start. And the one car that got up in the air, I can't really see which one that was. But I'm pretty sure that'll be a caution here coming out of turn number 4 to the line. Lap number 3 mayhem here at Michigan. Caution is out. And it's Caleb McNeil that will be your leader. And well, I guess maybe not a caution then. I suppose, okay, no caution out on the racetrack then. We're still racing here. That looked like 3 cars to me, especially on both ends there. But, oh, wow. Well, mayhem definitely doesn't spark a caution here. But the 3 wide for second place. McNeil's going to back out of that one and go forward towards the front there. And the 36 and the 18, they're going to battle out side by side for third, with that 98 lurking right behind them. Right now, it's the 38 of Vincenzo out front right now. It's a 5-car pack right now out front. Caleb McNeil looking to the outside for the lead there. Not going to get there, though. Here comes that 36 down on the inside lane. That's Aiden Caldwell. And he's got an attack from the outside. That's Damian Blue in the 18 truck right there. And then Michael Lee is in the picture as well. But right now, it's Vincenzo out front. Right now, commanding this at the moment, Caleb McNeil, a really nice entry up on the top side of the racetrack to get a pretty darn good run off the top side of the racetrack right there to see what he can do, but still going to hold him back in second. Vincenzo going to keep the lead. 4 cars down on the apron right there. Going to lead him across the line. Back into turn 1, McNeil going to make a pretty nice dive down to the inside of the racetrack there, but that's the... Oh, man, what a close call there. It looks like the 36 almost got into the back end of that car, of the 83 machine right in front of him. And they started to kind of spread it out just a little bit here. That's the 36 right here, running in the 3rd position. That's Aiden Caldwell with a nice move from the inside. That's the 98 of Michael Lee going for the 3rd position. For the 98 from McGinnis Motorsports. Going to go to 3rd now. McNeil still trying to chase down. Whoa, that's a lot of racing there side by side. It's Michael Lee on the very outside of that number 36 machine. Aiden Caldwell and Michael Lee fighting for this one hard right here for the 3rd position. But that top 5, though, is still working pretty darn well together, though. It's Vincenzo still out front, then McNeil, then you have Lee, and then you have the 36 of Aiden Caldwell, and the 18 of Damian Blue falling back off just a little bit here. But out front, here comes Lee to the inside, looking for the 2nd position off of Caleb McNeil. And it looks like the 98 going to be clear with it off of turn number 4. Can McNeil get some sort of crossover move off of turn number 4? That does not look like it's going to happen. The 98 of Michael Lee put him to 2nd place. Now he's going to go chasing down the 38 of Vincenzo. And it looks like Lee's going to try to make a move down to the inside for the lead. This is it right here. Oh, contact with a 38. They're 3 wide now for the lead. And Michael Lee comes out first here. Oh, man, Damian Blue seeing this from all sorts of angles right here from behind this lead draft. And here comes that number 36 of Aiden Caldwell now to go 3 wide for the lead on the inside. In the middle is Caleb McNeil. They're 3 wide in turn 3 of Michigan. Michael Lee backs out of it way up on the top side of the racetrack. McNeil now, he is going to go back into the lead now. 1, 2, 3. That's McNeil. Caldwell in the lead, but here comes Vincenzo once again in the 4th position with Damian Blue now into the mix of this right here. 5 cars battling for the lead into turn number 1. And they run 2 by 2 for 2 rows right behind McNeil. That is a mirror full of race trucks, 3 wide for 3rd now. And there goes Caldwell way up the racetrack. Damian Blue gets into the 38, and they're bouncing off each other down the back straightaway. Everyone hugging that white line on the very inside of the racetrack, but everyone now going to try to get up to the lead out 3 wide for the 3rd position. Caldwell backs out of it. Here comes McNeil, still trying to get a run on that top side of the racetrack. We got trucks on pit road as well. And Lee is going to go back nose down to the inside, 3 wide again. These trucks are battling like crazy. 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd. Oh, contact! There goes Damian Blue, and Vincenzo's into the wall as well. Mark Silas gets by clean, and we've got 2 trucks around coming into turn number 1. And wow, what a battle that they put up though here, just about halfway into today's race, into the first half of today's race. What a battle though. The 36 of Caldwell now back there sits in 2nd. It looks like Michael Lee actually, and with Caleb McNeil, they also might have actually had some contact there. Didn't get to see that, but it looks like Michael Lee is your leader right now, the number 98 machine, and it's Caldwell and then McNeil, and then here comes Mark Silas in the number 13 machine. These trucks must be getting very close to the end of their fuel window here, and here comes Michael Lee trying to hold off a battle from the number 36 of Aiden Caldwell. Down the backstretch, all the way down to the white line, trying to protect that very inside lane there. 1 and 2, the 98, the 36, they battle for the lead. Here comes Caldwell now to the inside of the racetrack. They're going to go side by side forward out of turn number 4. This is going to pull that 83 McNeil a lot farther now, a lot closer now that they're running side by side and not running their pristine laps here. Lee led that lap. Caldwell to the inside. Here comes McNeil and Silas lurking from 3rd and 4th. Here comes Caldwell now, side by side, still dead even, but that inside lane will prevail. Out of turn number 2 here, Caldwell with a very nice run. The 98 seemed like he was just all the way up the racetrack. Down the backstretch on lap number 12 here, halfway through the first half, we're about a quarter of the way through this race here. Caldwell out front, trying to keep it to himself here in turn number 3. And here comes McNeil and Silas now. They're going to pull it way back up to the front of this field right here. Caldwell still holding it up on the front side of this pack right here. And it looks like something happened to the 13 of Mark Silas. I don't see him anywhere. Oh, he came down pit road. Silas down the pit lane. But a battle for the lead. Side by side, almost 3 wide there. Lee back to the inside lane, and he's going to get the lead here. Lead of the lead here in Michigan. And we're approaching the halfway bonus here very quickly here. Oh, Mark Silas is out of the race. Must have been a lag out, or must have been some sort of engine issue with that number 13 truck. But we still have a very close battle for the lead. McNeil to the front. Here is the 36 of Caldwell. The 98 of Lee. 1, 2, 3, bumper to bumper to bumper. Down into the tri-oval. And, oh man, here comes Caldwell right down to the inside lane right there. What a close battle these trucks are having right now. Into turn number 1. The 36, great move to the inside. Going to slide up a little bit. Lee going to probably try the crossover. No. The 36, great block down onto the back straightaway. Here comes Caldwell, though, trying to get back to the inside of Caleb McNeil into turn number 3 here. That 36 truck. Wow. What a great battle for the lead here. Very nicely said by a lot of these truck drivers. This conversation is nowhere near over, and they have to come down and get some pit stops here very quick, very soon here in Michigan. They're still side by side for the lead, for 2nd, and it's like clockwork. Everyone up in the top 3 here battling for the lead. There's no reason to go back in the field except to just kind of look and see where everyone's running. There's Servia there in the number 2 truck. Not sure where he's running, but a little bit, probably right outside the top 5 there. With the 4 of Ryan Miniker in his first start right here. But to go back to the ladder for the lead, Caldwell, though, in that number 36 truck, doing a really nice job holding on to this lead right here. And some of these guys probably have to come down pit run. This is, oh man, the 83 of Caleb McNeil, he will hit the pit road. He's going to come down here from the 3rd position. And the leader's now bumper to bumper. And it looks like the 38 of Vincenzo is going to be put in the 3rd position now through this current pit cycle. And And it looks like, we'll see if any of the leaders come down this time here. But it's Michael Lee now right behind the 36 of Aiden Caldwell. And what a great battle for the lead this is right here. Will any of these two come down pit road, both hugging that white line? Looks like the 36 might, I don't know if he tried to get down there or not, but the 36 and the 98 stay out one more circuit here at Michigan. They got to be getting very low on fuel here. And there's the 18 of Damian Blue with Kyle England there in the 8. They're just now getting to the start-finish line. And Ashton LaJoy is actually doing pretty darn good as well. I believe he might be in the 4th position here, right behind the 38 of Vincenzo Lacavici here. Down the back straightaway. Caleb McNeil is out of the pit lane, and we have the 38 onto the pit road. And will the 36 and the 98 pit this time around? They will. There goes the, oh man, I don't know if he tried to get back down there onto the pit lane or not, but the 36 went way down below that white line. But right now, it looks like these two are going to command the race unless they can come down pit road, or maybe they're hoping for a caution or something of the sorts. But right now, Caleb McNeil is the first truck out of the top 3 that has freshest tires. So with him short pitting, these front 2 cars definitely going to serve as a bonus here. Probably going to get him that halfway bonus. But look at this, though. Battle for the lead. They might be pitting this time, but Michael Lee to the top side, trying to get as much room as he possibly can. Very nice momentum off of the corner. Will they pit this time by Caldwell down onto the apron? No, they stay out yet another circuit here at Michigan International Speedway. Looks like the 8's right there. That might be Kyle England, I believe. Yep, the 8 of Kyle England coming out of pit road right there. He just got put down a lap by those leaders right in front of him. Ashton LaJoy is on pit road, as well as, I believe that was the 4 of Ryan Miniker. And the 0-2 as well of Brad Stover. He's on the pit lane. And back to the leaders, though. It's still Caldwell out front here. Right in front of Michael Lee. And they are going to have to pit this time or next time. It's really no more time. Yep, they come down to pit road, and the 98 through the grass. Trying to come down to the pit lane here. And they both get on still bumper to bumper. And let's see where Caleb McNeil sits on the racetrack right now. Damian Blue coming down to the pit lane as well. And it looks like, yeah, we got Greg Servia coming down as well. There's the 4 of Ryan Miniker coming off of the pit lane. Kyle England coming out. Oh, Ashton LaJoy into the grass. Looks like turn number 2 there. And here comes McNeil out of turn number 4. Looks like he might be able to pick up the lead here. Off of these guys. Caldwell now exiting his pit box. And down the long pit lane. And there's Lee exiting the pit box as well. Out of the pit lane, and here comes Caleb McNeil now. He's going to take back the lead. Whoa, almost contact there with the 98 of Michael Lee. What a tough, what a very close call right there. And these guys now definitely within just a few laps left to go in this stage. Caleb McNeil out front at the moment. The 98 of Michael Lee sitting back right there in the 2nd position. Yeah, about maybe a quarter of the straightaway behind of the number 8, number 83 of Caleb McNeil. We got 6 to go in the stage, and it looks like it's all Caleb McNeil right now. And Greg Servia back down the pit lane. I wonder if he might have missed the pit lane entrance there. And Aiden Caldwell here. About half a straightaway, maybe even a full straightaway behind the leader of the 83. The 83 of Caleb McNeil put on a heck of a show with all those, with the race of the leaders, but cut the stage in half with 5 to go this time. He cut that stage in half and was able to get the best tires for pretty much the entirety of the stage. And compared to the 98 and the 36, definitely a lot better on the strategy, I would say there. But looking back at some of these other drivers right back here, the 4 of Ryan Miniker doing pretty darn good for his first start here. Definitely looking for a top 10, maybe even a top 5. Definitely better for the win here. Oh, but actually, the 98 is leading this race. Is he not? Oh. we got 3 laps to go in the stage, and it looks like the yeah, so there's a little bit of confusion in the chat, but we got the 83 of Caleb McNeil coming around. 2 laps to go. I believe this time by, and yeah, I think he's going to be able to get himself a halfway bonus. No more cautions though, for until the end of the stage here at Michigan. Yes, 2 laps to go until halfway. Pit road is closed, and anyone who does come down pit road will have to start at the tail end of the longest line here. And Caleb McNeil out front, a pretty sizable lead compared to that 98 of Michael Lee, right? That is in that number 98 truck right behind him. And Mark Silas is currently the only driver DNF'd in this race so far here today. Michael Lee sitting second right now. I don't think he's catching that number 83 machine. They're coming around to the white flag, though, in the stage. It looks like Damian Blue, I believe, would be sitting in the 3rd position for halfway right now. Greg Servia right there is a lap down through the pit cycle. Must have missed his pit stall or something of the sorts right there. But Damian Blue will most likely be the one rounding out the top 3 here. Last lap of the stage, though, and it looks like the 83 of Caleb McNeil will have this one easily given out to him with a very nice pit strategy. This may be what it comes down to when it gets into the final stage here in Michigan. Caleb McNeil with a very nice under pit out of the other 2 drivers that he was battling for the lead. And here we come out of the corner. It'll be Caleb McNeil winning the halfway bonus here in Michigan. Race number 3, halfway bonus to the 83. 2nd place, the 98 of Michael Lee. And then it looks like Damian Blue. Oh, we got contact and spinning. The 18 and the 36. Wow. I believe the 18 beat the 36 to the line, but there was contact there. And the 18 of Damian Blue and the 36. Trouble on the racetrack. Oh, man, fenders flaring here, and tempers flare at Michigan. The 18, the 36 getting at it here in turn number 1. Oh, man, that 36 not happy with the 18 here at the end of the stage right here. Wow. Looks like the 16 also might have some beef with them, but maybe not. But the 18 slow in turn number 2, and what an interesting end of the stage here. And seems like a lot of oh, actually the 18 may be out of fuel here, or something of the sorts. He's getting him a push. Wow, I think the 18 may be out of fuel here. And wow, yes, he is out of fuel. The 54 giving him a push here. That's Josh Williamson in the 54 machine. And looks like pit road will be open this time here. Caleb McNeil will lead them in. Here comes Michael Lee. Then that looks like yeah, Kyle England. And then Vincenzo Lacavacci there will be in the 4th position into the pits here. And Caleb, and I would assume that everyone coming down to the pit lane will take 4 tires and fuel here to make it to at least halfway into the next stage. But you know, one thing that would have been a very cool strategy play if I were racing this one right here was to actually pit with about 3 laps to go if you were not in the top 3, and go ahead and get yourself some fresh tires and fuel, and get yourself out there and have a track position for the next stage. But looks like Caleb McNeil getting out of his pit box there. Michael Lee beats him out, and that's going to be the 98 of Michael Lee off of pit road first. The 83 will follow in second, then Kyle England in the 8 machine, and then it looks like Vincenzo Lacavacci there will be in 4th, and then it looks like the 36 of Aiden Caldwell will be right there behind them. Now remember, at this point, Mark Silas is the only DNF, it seems, unless Greg Servia is out of this one. No, Greg Servia just not coming out of his pit box there. And yeah, we got 3 more cars coming down the pit lane. The 2 drivers being in the pushing match right there. The 54 pushing the 18 to the pit lane. That's Damian Blue in the 18 and Josh Williamson in the 54. And Colin Baylor in the 16 also on the pit lane at this point in time, as Brad Stover makes his way around to the front straightaway here. They double file there, still single filed up here, getting ready to go back to the green flag. And we got a couple trucks here slow in turns 3 and 4, possibly waiting for the field. No, that's the 4. Ryan Mineker, he looks like he's out of fuel here. Another truck out of fuel possibly here. Wow, these guys are really stretching at the 41 of Ashton LaJoy lags out as well. Wow. And that is, yeah, it looks like Ryan Mineker on the 4 is out of fuel here. The 2 of Greg Servia giving that 4 a push, and we are still not going to go green here in Michigan. Lap number 28 here. And the 16 of Colin Baylor right there, slowing for the field. Looks like that's the 0-2 out front there at the exit of turn number 2 as well. Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting race so far. The top 3, the few best cars for sure seems to be the 83, the 38, the 36, the 98 as well. And it looks like, and we've already had 2 drivers drop out of this event with issues of their own. The 13 and the 41 have had their issues. They are now parked and out of the race. The 98 of Michael Lee pulling up to the field. That is also the 54 of Josh Williamson pulling up as well. Colin Baylor falling back to the tail end of the field. As the field gets ready to wind back up and get rolling here at Michigan International Speedway for the second half of this race. It's still yet to come here in Michigan. I don't believe they're going to the green flag this time. Not everyone seems to be caught up, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ride along with Caleb McNeil here. Yeah, I think we got McNeil's in the grass there. Might need to get back up if we're going green this time, but we'll be on board with the 16 of Colin Baylor right here. We're going one more lap here in Michigan until the green flag. And it looks like Brad Stover would have actually got his lap back. If he was to get one lap back, or if he is one lap down, he would need to go to the tail end of the field. There seems to be might be a little bit of confusion with that. Josh Williamson coming up to the outside lane there for some odd reason. There's Brad Stover in the 0-2 machine. We will be going green on lap number 30 here. It'll be a 21 lap dash to the finish here. And looks like there might be some confusion still with that 00 car, but the 4 and the 18 are definitely in the back of the field for the restart, with them running out of fuel and everything, and needing help and getting laps back and everything like that as well. Mineker in the back, so is Damian Blue, but it looks like we're going to be restarting here. Lap number 30, so it'll be 21 laps remaining in today's race. Just outside of the fuel window, it'll be some very interesting strategy to see if some of these guys will actually pull some strategy out of their butts here and see what they can do with a win here, because there's a lot you can do with this. You can half and half it right now, and hope for a caution to come out and get 4 tires and fuel and everything, or run the tanks out dry and get whatever you need to get to the finish here. But here we go, back to the green flag. It's the 0-2 and the 98 switched lanes there, for preference purposes there, and the 0-2 decided to choose the inside lane there, but a lot of 3 wide already in turn number 1. The 38 of Vincenzo Lacavici right there, sitting in the middle. He made a pretty darn bold move to the inside of the 54 of Josh Williamson. That's going to put him up into the top 5 right there. Down the back straightaway they go. Camera being a little bit funky here, but here's that 0-2. Brad Stover all the way out front into turn number 3. 3 wide behind them, and a lot of mayhem. And everyone looking to the back of the field in their rear view mirrors and saying, oh man, I am so glad I'm not in that mess right now. But looking for the lead, though. It's still a huge battle. Cars, trucks, all over the place. England to the back end of the 83. 3 wide for the lead. Colin Baylor is, that's the 36 of Aiden Caldwell. I'm sorry, I got those 2 mixed up. But either way, though, one truck way up into the wall. That's Brad Stover in the 0-2 machine. So is Greg Servia up into the wall as well. Contact everywhere happening here in Michigan. It's the last stage. Damian Blue to the inside. Huge crash in the back straightaway. And we got Colin Baylor spinning. There's Brad Stover around as well. It looks like about 4 cars maybe. And we'll probably be racing it back to the line here. And Caleb McNeil and the 36 of Aiden Caldwell down the front straightaway. I believe we will be getting a caution here at Michigan across the line. The 83 leading that lap, and it looks like, oh man, more contact in the back. Miniker hard into the inside wall, and we definitely have a caution here at Michigan. The first caution is out for an incident here, and I think I was able to see a little bit of what happened there in the back straightaway. Everyone kind of going 3 wide, and Damian Blue and had some contact with somebody there, I believe, or something like that, or someone got into that number 18 machine and sent him darting down to the inside lane. But now would not be a bad time to take some pit stops and take some strategy. We've only got about 2-3 laps of this stage right here, but you'll be right on the edge of the fuel window, and if you don't pit, well, you're definitely not going to have any sort of chance of making it on fuel. So if you were one of the guys that were the wreck just a moment ago, you would want to come back down pit lane, get yourself full of fuel, and that will take out the strategy. For you, that would be, unless you get another caution late in the race and you might need to get some 4 tires, fresh fuel. But hey, looks like a lot of drivers might be coming down into the pit lane here to do just that here. Who will, oh, we got 2 cars, 2 trucks to stay out here. Looks like the 83 of McNeil is one of them, and Greg Servia is another truck. We saw the 4 of Ryan Miniker also trying to catch back up to the field here. Coming out of turn 4, he comes. And he looks like he might be coming down to the pit lane. Oh, a little bit embarrassing there. But Miniker, though, he'll be all right. He'll be able to come back down pit lane and have no issues here. But coming out of the pit lane, though, Colin Baylor, the 16, Josh Williamson, and the 54 will lead him off. Then Colin Baylor, then the 18 of Damian Blue, then Kyle England in the 8. Not sure what they all took there. All right, lap 34 it is at the moment. And, all right. So these guys getting ready to prepare to go back racing. Currently lap number 33 here in Michigan. It'll be 26 or 7 laps to go in this, 16, 17, maybe even 18 laps to go in this race when we get back to it here. Be exciting to see a lot of these drivers make their way to the checkered flag here. Caleb McNeil definitely seems like probably the strongest truck here in this field here today. But, yeah, with that draft, though, there's a lot of other drivers that really, really have a chance of getting towards the front here and winning this race. The 83 and the 2 are definitely going to be bringing these guys down to the green flag. We might be going to the green flag here, but, yeah, lap number 33 at the moment here. Lap number 34 when we come back to the green flag, if we go green this time. And, yeah, Josh Williamson right there in the 54 machine. I believe this is the highest he's been all day, as a matter of fact. And if we go green right here, which I believe we are, here we go. Yes, green flag is back in the air here in Michigan. A very nice jump there for the 83 of Caleb McNeil, and right back down to the inside lane comes Greg Servia. Here comes Josh Williamson with a move to the outside. No, he's going to fall right back in line, and look at that stack up at the back of the field. Everyone in the back here. There's Miniker and Stover falling backwards just a little bit there. Here's that number 8, that number 36 of Aiden Caldwell. Whoa, a lot of movement out towards the front here. Michael Lee below the white line. And into turn number 3, here's Servia. Look at the battle for the lead, though. Williamson looking for the lead, trying to get that first OMA win. And here he comes off of turn 4 still. It's Caleb McNeil out front. And that draft is going to be a huge factor. But look at this, 3 wide in the middle of the pack right here. Aiden Caldwell. Oh, man, something happened to the 98. It looks like it's just lag, though. But Josh Williamson into the grass. Oh, man, back up across the field. Oh, man, a nice save for the 54 truck. But Damian Blue stuck in the infield there. Spinning in the infield with that number 18 truck. But down the back straightaway, though, it's that 18, the 83 of Caleb McNeil leading this race. And he's got Greg Servia behind him. He's got Colin Baylor behind him. He's got Vince Vesco, why do I always have trouble with his name, man? It's Lagavici there right behind him in that 38 truck. Everyone, though, starting to find their way towards the front here. Servia looking to the outside. Lagavici now looking also to the back end of that number 83 truck. Here they come down into turn number 1. The 83 bumper, mirror full of the 38. Servia way up against the wall. Aiden Caldwell now peeking to the inside. Here comes the 38 now peeking to the inside. Side by side contact. The 83 sitting way up the racetrack at the exit of turn number 2. Here comes that 36 now, trying to get that lead away from Lakavici now into turn number 3. 3 wide almost. There they go, 3 wide. That's Kyle England sitting way up the racetrack by Colin Baylor in the number 16 truck all the way on the apron. And Caleb McNeil trying to find his way back up into the running for the lead here. Lakavici now out front, leading this race in the number 38 machine. He's got that 36 of Aiden Caldwell behind him, though. Side by side they go. But Lakavici, though, with the better entry into the corner. A lot flatter for that 36 on the inside. Whoa, Lakavici, he hits the apron and slides way down onto the white line. And below it, they're 3 wide again for second here. Side by side now, that's going to even back out there, heading into turn number 3. McNeil trying to force his way back up towards the front. And here is that 36 of Aiden Caldwell leading this race, though. He's got that 16 of Colin Baylor behind him. The 83 hungry. He's been the fastest truck on the racetrack, I think, all day. And across the line, not many laps to go. Here we go, down the front stretch, into turn number 3. Into turn number 1. Aiden Caldwell trying to hold off that number 16, Colin Baylor. Then the 36, the 83 of Caleb McNeil. That's the battle for second right now. Now they're going to go for the lead. That's the 83 machine. Now sitting in second right now. Lakavici now sitting side by side for third. Let's see if we can get a better angle here. Heading into turn number 3. That's McNeil with a nice move to the inside by the 38 for second position. Oh, man. Oh, contact. There they go. The 38 going to spin. The 83 through the grass. It looks like the 2 is involved as well. Oh, contact with the 83. That's a ton of cars. 4 or 5 cars in a turn number 1. And it looks like the 36 of Aiden Caldwell, the leader. Colin Baylor, they'll be racing it back to the line if a caution is called. Down the back straightaway, though, will the leaders go. Aiden Caldwell is the leader by a good bit here, heading into turn number 3. Caution is out. They will be racing it back to the line here. Aiden Caldwell in the 36 machine will lead him back to the yellow flag. It's the 36, the 16, the 8, it seems, and the 98, that's the 2, actually, of Greg Servia, who will be starting at 4th. And look at that, Ryan Miniker into the top 5 there as well. Caution out here, 11 to go here at Michigan. We're just peeking into that 10 laps to go region right here. And these guys, they're really starting to get antsy here to start pulling their weight to go to the wins here. And you saw all of that trouble with the 36 and the 18 early in the race. Well, look who's leading right now. The 36 of Aiden Caldwell. And the guy who's not had the best of luck so far this race, Damian Blue, in that number 18 machine. Oh, man. A lot of contact there with the 2 and the 8 car. And if that 18 were to get back to the front here to get the 36, possibly have a chance for the lead. Wonder how that meeting would go. But out of turn number 4, will anyone be pitting this time? This is when it's going to be very important. Your decision here with 10 to go. A couple trucks down to the infield right here. Oh man, 3, 4, 5 trucks come down pit lane, and 6 have stayed out here. And let's get the 2 of Greg Servia is down the pit lane, as well as, I believe, the 83 of Caleb McNeil, the 4 of Miniker, and it looks like the 38 of Lakavici as well. 10 to go here since they just crossed the line. And I gotta make sure I get this name right afterwards if I am to ever get Lakavici to do an interview for me. Well, it's probably Lakavici. Yeah. Hey, if you're listening to this right now, Vincenzo, I am so sorry for butchering your name all race long. But oh well, it is how it is. Yeah, out front, they're already double filed back up. Aiden Caldwell and Colin Baylor will be on the front row for this race. And then for this restart here, 9 laps to go at the line. You have Kyle England and Josh Williamson lining up row number 2. Then you have Michael Lee and the 18 of Damian Blue sitting there in row number 3. Then you have Brad Stover. That looks like he'll be in row number 4 with Miniker on the outside. And, well, get ready to restart here. Miniker on the outside wall. Tough luck for him. Just trying to keep up with speed and everything here. under the caution laps. That is his first start of the day, but 9 to go at the line here. The 36 of Aiden Caldwell. Here we go. 9 laps remaining in today's race. Green flag flying. Whoa, what a weird restart there by the 54. Oh, okay, I guess we are not restarting then. We're going another lap. I apologize about that one. All right, we will be restarting with 8 laps to go then when we get down to this one here. Been an intense race so far here today at the Michigan International Speedway. It'll be green at the line. From race control, right at the line, 8 laps remaining this time. And no exceptions, I'd assume, with Aiden Caldwell on the 36, and possibly some fuel saving out of the 16 of Colin Baylor. And coming back down, probably told to get back in line here before the restart. Everyone so far had a pretty darn clean race. For a couple of these guys, not so much. The 36 seems like he's had a pretty darn good, with a pretty darn good record to his name here today. Once again, Josh Williamson will be on that outside lane. Will be in row number 2. 2 restarts in a row for that 54 truck. We'll see what he can do here on this restart. So far, been an exciting race. 8 laps to go at the line. And remember, within 2 laps to go of the finish, there will be no more cautions. And these guys, they know that. They got to make sure they can get all the ground that they can get without wrecking when it comes down to the very end of this race right here. Coming to the green flag, the 36 of Aiden Caldwell leads him down. Colin Baylor to the outside, and already contact. Oh, close racing there into turn number 1. Trying to keep that 36 down to the white line. Get that 16 a higher entry into the corner. But look at Kyle England in that bright red and blue truck, sitting 1 and 2. These patriotic schemes once again here at Michigan. Down the back straightaway they go. The 36, Aiden Caldwell. Look at the pile up in the back. Stover in contact with Caleb McNeil. Way down to the inside. Stover way at the racetrack. Taps the wall a little bit there. Everyone kind of starting to fan out as much as they have to right now to stay away from other trucks. 7 to go at the line this time. And it's the 36 of Aiden Caldwell leading. Then it's Michael Lee sitting second. And Josh Williamson sitting third right now as they come back to the banking of turn number 1. That 36 truck looking mighty fast right now compared to everyone else in the field right now. Out front, clean air, driving away from the field. And in his mirror is the depths of hell. Everyone 3 wide, 4 wide, and down the backstretch, going below the white line, all the way up to the wall, and there they go, side by side, almost 3 wide throughout this pack. There's Damian Blue to the inside. There's contact everywhere happening in turn number 3. Williamson gets the bumper from Lacavazzi, and oh, contact in the 8 of Kyle England, and everyone still sliding to try to get up to the lead here and fight. And it's Michael Lee now looking to the inside for the lead. Side by side, the 98 to the inside for the lead on the 36 of Aiden Caldwell. And the 16 of Colin Baylor was through the dirt in the tri-oval there. 7 to go. And these guys are all over the place trying to get this win. Here's Damian Blue side by side with the 36. They've had beef earlier in the race. What will they do here in turn number 3? Really, no, not much. Just side by 3 wide. Never mind. Oh, big junk in turn number 3. 2 cars around, but they somehow save it. The 83 McNeil is involved. There goes the Servia into the grass. And Lacavazzi is also loose all over the place. And here's Michael Lee now to the lead. 3 wide for second. Oh, big contact with Ryan Miniker into the outside wall. There goes the 36. The 4. Oh, vicious hit to the inside wall for Colin Baylor in the 16. And we might have another caution on our hands here at Michigan. Hard hit again for the 8 of Kyle England in turn number 1. An absolute massacre here on the front stretch of Michigan. And Damian Blue in the 18 truck out in the lead. Michael Lee sits second right now. The 38 of Lacavazzi as well, it seems. But, wow. We're racing back to the line here. And Damian Blue is the leader. Wow. How about that for excitement? Are you not entertained? That was amazing. That was amazing racing right there, folks. I don't know. I mean, that was intense there for a couple laps, and then they wrecked. And, wow. Got my voice going right there. Holy. All right. apparently the 18 has wasted a lap, according to a lot of people in the OMA voice chats and text chats as well. Assuming the line when they were wrecking, I was confused as well. I thought they were racing all the way back around to the line to get the caution flag, but I suppose not. But what a race this has been ever. I mean, it's usually not this bad here. In the first half, and then the second half is a lot better here. And it looks like I'm not sure what's going on here, but looks like there's a lot of issues going on with timing and scoring at the moment here. Looks like the lineup should be the 98-18-36. We need to get this pack ready to roll racing here to the green flag, because these guys, yeah, we need to get racing here. We got just a couple laps to go in this race here. Look at everyone trying to get into the pack, into their spots here to line up. There seems to be a lot of controversy right now with what's going on with the timing and scoring. Hoping to get ourselves a lap count here, because we're having to go one more lap here. Looks like, wow, there might be a one lap shootout here if they can't get back to the green, can't get back in order here. And wow, I don't know what's going on here. They need to make up a lineup real quick here and get them going back racing. It looks like there might be a one lap shootout here. And these trucks, though, I will say, even with the controversy and confusion here coming to the green flag, it's been a heck of a race, especially the first half, pretty clean and pretty generous with a lot of these drivers, but then all of a sudden, everything started to pick up, ramping up later in the race, and yeah, second half of the race, absolutely insane. Coming to the green flag this time here, looks like it'll be a one-lap shootout for everyone. And here we go, back to the green flag, one lap, up through the air, so the final time, the 98, on the gas pedal, they're 3 wide already, they're already wrecking, 4 wide, heading into turn 1, and Michael Lee now out front into turn number 1, all the way down to the inside of the racetrack, but here they come. Caleb McNeil gonna have to look for something if he wants to have a chance. Kyle Ling and Ryan Miniker up to the outside of the racetrack, and Michael Lee in a very good spot here, heading into turn number 3. If the cameras will work, that'd be great. With the 98 of Michael Lee charging into turn number 3, and it looks like Michael Lee in the number 98 machine is going to win here at the Michigan International Speedway. But wait a second. Oh no, big hit for Caleb McNeil out of turn number 4. But Michael Lee holds on, and it's the 98 of Michael Lee to win for McGinnis Motorsports here at Michigan. And that makes it 3 weekends in a row of racing that McGinnis Motorsports has gone to victory lane for, if you count the Endurance Challenge of Kansas a week ago. The 98 of Michael Lee is your winner here at Michigan. What an absolute insane finish to this race, with controversy and confusion with the lineup, and it looks like we may have the 98 winning, but also the 54, Josh Williamson, sitting second. Wow. An absolute massacre on that final lap out of turn 4. I couldn't even see that run that the 83 was getting there. And, wow. wow, with the way these drivers ran today. And it was the 98 of Michael Lee with the best lap as well in today's race. And absolutely amazing finish for these guys. Very intense, very fun to watch. And I hope all of you also enjoyed tonight's broadcast of the TMG Truck Series race. Michigan Memorial 100 here. A great first half, and then a wrecking second half of this race. But everyone still had a pretty darn good race. A lot of mixture of drivers as well, as they made it around this 2 mile speedway. Thank you all for watching here from Michigan International Speedway. I am Tyler McDonald, the driver of the 28 for Miscraft Motorsports, the Virtual Racing Championship. And come back here to OMA Network tomorrow to watch the Virtual Racing Championship Next Series and the Virtual Racing Championship Cup Series, a double header tomorrow here at the Michigan International Speedway to see even more of this fantastic racing coming from the Online Motorsports Association. We will see you guys all tomorrow for VRC Next and the Virtual Racing Championship Cup Series. See you then. Thanks for watching, boys.